So, hey guys, welcome back to Legacy Card Review. So, today we're going to be looking over release Brainwashing. If a monster is tributed from the hand or field, except during the down step, target one face-up monster your opponent controls apply the following effect based on which player owns that face-up monster. You take control of it, but return it to the hand during the end phase. Your opponent negate its effects until the end of this turn. So, this card has a lot of text, kind of confusing honestly. So let's see. First step, to activate this card, it requires a monster to be tributed from either the hand or field. Specifically tributed. So this requires an activation in a new chain, first off, because it's an if, and not like a when. So it doesn't have to be tributed for cost. So this could be a tribute summon, a tribute for cost, tribute for effect. Yeah, there are cards that tribute for effect, I guess. What card would trigger release Brainwashing, though? Trying to think of something. A Kaiju, I guess? That tributes as well. Okay, and then you would target a face-up monster your opponent controls. It has to be one that your opponent specifically controls. So if your opponent were to Kaiju, you can't activate this necessarily if they Kaiju you off rip, because they would not control any monsters. And then you would apply the following effect based on which player owns that face-up monster. So if it were originally your card, you can take control of that card back, but it gets returned to the hand during the end phase, and since that's by effect. If they were to use, I guess, an enemy controller, that's probably the best usage here, where your opponent, like enemy controllers, tributes one of their monsters to take one of yours, then you can release Brainwashing to take it back, but it gets returned to the extra deck, I guess, or hand, depending on what kind of monster it is exactly. Okay. But you would get control of that monster back, your opponent. If it was your opponent's card, then negate its effects until the end of this turn. So, if we're looking at the most reasonable way to use this, I guess we would have some effect that tributes, just something that tributes in general. Like, I guess, if we're playing Yubel, I think Spirit of Yubel tributes itself. Or it sends itself to the graveyard. Who even knows at this point? I'm pretty sure the Azumina cards. Do they tribute? Yeah, I think it tributes. Is it tribute or send to the graveyard? You know, to just gotta really make sure we don't get twisted here. Annoyingly enough. So yeah, we're going to assume it will be able to negate something, and then we activate release Brainwashing, a card that we have to search or something. Yeah, we can't even really search this. We just have to hard open this. And you would just have to have the card, just simply have it. I mean, yeah, this card's just unplayable. But you know, if you somehow get it to work, that's something. Is there any reason to use this even? So, if we were able to just do this or activate this card after a card is tributed, that would be not so bad, because already tributing is kind of niche, right? But then this has to happen in a new chain. So like, let's assume our opponent has, let's say, a Ryzeal Detonator. I would need to maybe like normal summon D-Lotus, activate potentially a D-Lotus effect, right? And then after that, I can then finally activate release Brainwashing. But that's technically any time during that chain, because this is kind of like a quick effect, right? So I could go activate like Spirit of Yubel, and then activate release Brainwashing, I suppose. And does that do anything for me? It really doesn't. I mean, if you negate detonator, that's helpful. And also, while we're here, this targets as well, it didn't have enough conditions already. Just okay, I guess. So we need distribute effect. We need a monster to target, and then we need a monster that's actually targetable. And this happens in the next chain. Just absolutely unplayable card, I guess. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.